Use the derivative formula. F prime of a equals the limit as x goes to a of f of x minus f of a over x minus a. To find the derivative of f of x equals 2x cubed, where a equals to 1. The first thing to do is to write the derivative formula where a is a 1. So f prime of 1 equals the limit as x goes to 1 of f of x minus f of 1 divided by x minus 1. The next thing to do is put in f of x, which is 2x cubed, and then minus f of 1, which means to plug a 1 in for the x of f of x. 2 times 1 cubed, all of this over x minus 1. We have the 0 over 0 indeterminate form here, and we will continue to have that until we can factor the numerator to get an x minus 1 factor to cancel with that x minus 1 factor in the denominator. As x is going to 1, those are going to make 0 over 0. So the next thing I'm going to do is simplify the second term in the numerator. 1 cubed is 1 times a negative 2 is just a negative 2. We have to factor that numerator. The first thing to do is bring out that common factor of a 2. The next thing to do is to factor the x cubed minus 1. Now that's a difference of cubes because 1 can be written as 1 cubed. And so really we have a difference of cubes there. And maybe what I'll do is write it as 1 cubed to help us with factoring that. So we have limit as x goes to 1 of 2 times. Now how to factor a difference of cubes? The way it works is like this. We take the two quantities that are being cubed, an x and a 1. We write each of them in one parenthesis set, and then we take the first one and square it. We multiply the two of them, which is just an x, and then we square the second one. I'll just write it as 1 squared for now, but that'll come out to a 1. This is always a plus. This sign matches the sign up there. That means this one's going to be a minus, and then the one here is opposite. And therefore, if this is a minus, this one will be a plus. They're always opposite of each other like that. All over x minus 1. We now see the x minus 1 factor in the numerator that can cancel with the denominator, and we will no longer have the 0 over 0 indeterminate form. So we have limit as x goes to 1 of 2 times x squared plus x plus 1 squared is just a 1. Since we no longer have the 0 over 0 indeterminate form, we can plug a 1 into the remaining x's, and that will give us a 2 times a 1 squared plus a 1 plus a 1. Which is going to be 2 times 1 squared is 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is a 3. 2 times 3 is a 6. This will represent f prime of 1, which is the derivative of f of x, with a 1 plugged in for the x.